Good morning, everybody, and welcome to snowy Northern Illinois. I'm Rita Hickman. I'm a body mind expert, I'm a shiatsu massage therapist, and I'm a master intuitive healer. So I've been doing these great live streams, and I tend to have a topic every week. We do it Monday through Friday, 8:15, unless there's holiday stuff going on. And last week and this week, good morning, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Last week and this week, we've been talking about how to heal anything, which is basically how you encourage your body to heal. So last week, we talked about environmental things that you can do, practical things, either externally in your furniture, colors, or feng shui, and things along those lines that affect your healing, kind of creating a healing space outside of yourself and creating a healing space inside of yourself. So the last few days we've been talking about, good morning, Doug, nice to see you too. The last few days we've been talking about how to actually come into your body and start to heal very specific issues that you might have. And we've been using the knee as an example because I've had a lot of women coming to me lately with meniscus problems that they're trying to avoid surgery. And so they're coming to me so I can teach them about their body and how their body heals itself. So that's what we're focusing on today, is how your body heals itself. A couple days ago, we talked about you have to have the right attitude. You have to stop getting frustrated or aggravated so much with that part of your body that isn't working the way that it's supposed to. Because when you relax, when you stop holding such strong negative thoughts or reactions to a part of your body that's hurting, then you open up the blood vessels so that your body actually can send blood and lymph and can start healing it. Because otherwise, it's like a traffic jam. You know, you're narrowing the pathways for something to heal itself. So we talked about that, and but today what we're going to talk about is inflammation. So if you didn't know, inflammation is caused by inflammation is what causes your pain. It presses on a nerve, and when a nerve gets pressed upon, it causes pain for you. So if you want the pain to go down, then you want to get the inflammation down. Generally speaking, though, inflammation is good for you. It comes into your body, and it brings with it all of the nutrients, all the white blood cells, all the little guys that come and knit everything together. But what happens is it gets stuck in there. And when it gets stuck in there, then it starts to swell, then you start having more problems. So it's as if, there was an accident in the roadway, and all of the cars are trying to, get through, and the ambulance is trying to get through, and nothing is moving. And so there's a backup. And that backup of the blood and the lymph and cellular waste and things is what then causes the inflammation. So you do want blood going there. You do want to have attention going there. Good morning, Beatrix. You want to have inflammation isn't a bad thing. It's only a bad thing because we're not then moving it and getting it out of the way. So how do you get that inflammation out of the way so your body can heal itself? There's actually so many ways. So and this is one of my favorite topics, oddly enough. I'm a body-mind therapist who loves inflammation and how to help people get inflammation down. Good morning, Kathy. Nice to see you. So one of the easiest ways you can get inflammation down is by paying attention to the part of you that hurts. We have this tendency when something hurts, we try to distract ourselves, we do something else, and we ignore it. The problem is when we ignore it, our body stops sending new blood there, and everything, nothing moves. It stagnates, and then it gets sick, and then it starts not working. So one way that energy healers, good morning, Michael, one way that energy healers get inflammation down is that they will put their attention on the knee. Maybe you've seen Reiki or taken Reiki or something like that, and they'll put their hands on the knee, or they'll put their attention on the knee. And when you do that, it draws the body's attention to that part of the body. So it will send blood, nervous system signals, all that good stuff to the knee, let's say, if we're going to heal your meniscus. So your attention is what tells your body that's what I want healed. Now, the interesting thing is we tend to get into patterns of movement, of living, and our body doesn't get the stimulation and the focus and attention that it needs. And that's why sometimes when something catches us off guard, let's say it's even an emotion or a situation, and it catches us off guard, it will poke or press or stimulate a part of our body that maybe hasn't been stimulated in a while. And when you bring your attention there, it lets all the inflammation, all the things which have built up in that part of your body flush out into your system. So when you have an emotional reaction to something, it actually gives you a detox. Because it's triggering a part of your body that maybe has been used as a sinkhole, maybe it's been ignored or not paid attention to, and it's bringing attention to that. And it hurts. Of course it hurts. When we're taken off guard or feelings are hurt or we're reminded of something from our past and that we, compartmentalized and blocked away, it's sensitive because it's got all of that stuff built up in it. It's got all the inflammation that's been hanging out there and we've been able to ignore until it's been poked with something. And that's why having a wide range of emotional or physical experiences is so good for your body because it keeps it healthy. So don't, diss your emotional experiences so much when you react or you're angry or you're hurt or you're frustrated. Do realize that it's a part of your body that's getting the stimulation it needs to detox itself. So it's the same thing with Reiki. It's the same thing with, hands-on healing. When people take their attention to a part of their body, it opens everything up and detoxes it and flushes it out. So that's one way of getting rid of inflammation, through your attention. Not ignoring it, but paying attention to it, oddly enough, is what will help. A second thing that's so super great for inflammation is movement. Now you may say, I can't move my knee. There's nothing I can do. It's stiff, it's sore, I can't walk upstairs, I'm having real problems with it. So here's a neat factoid. Your body, your nervous system, does not know the difference between something you imagine and something that actually happens. And it's one of the reasons that our body paralyzes us when we are asleep, so that we don't go wandering around and running into doors and things and recreating what we're dreaming. So we can move our bodies if we've got really good, I don't even want to call it visualization, because visualization to me means that you have images in your head, that you're seeing yourself doing something. This is a little bit different. This is almost like body visualization. This is when you feel yourself doing something. Have you ever sat there and you wanted to move and wanted to do something, let's say tap your foot because you were stressed out, or tap your fingers, or maybe you wanted to dance to a song but you couldn't because you look stupid. Inside, you are dancing. Inside, you're tapping your foot. Inside, you're moving. You can feel it. You can feel your nervous system, firing and jumping and moving. It's that whole ghost limb thing. We feel stuff happening in our body. So guess what? Good morning, Carolyn. Nice to see you. So guess what? When you have good body visualization, when you get into your body and have it move and have it walk and do stairs and dance and twist and have fun with it, when you have your body move, even if you can't actually get up and do these things, it's still going to stimulate. It's still going to have that movement. Good morning, Beth. Nice to see you. It's still going to have all of that movement, and it's going to flush out the stuff that's been building up in there, all of that inflammation out. So because movement is what flushes, what keeps everything going. Now, your heart has its own motor. Great, that's very cool. You don't have to worry about it. But your lymph system has to have movement in order to work, in order to activate. So if you want your lymph system to drain what's been building up, and it's been building up because it hurts. If it hurts, it means it's been building up. If it's building up, you need to drain it. if you drain it, it allows new blood to come in and allows it to heal, and it also takes the pain down and gives you better mobility. So if you're dancing inside, if you're moving your body, if you can feel it move, if you can feel it dance and sway and jump and play basketball and, play tennis, even if you're stuck on the couch, it will still have your body drain the inflammation out of it. Go figure, huh? It's pretty cool stuff. So what else can you do? Well, you can manually drain an area. So you can manually drain an area by doing lymph drainage. Now, your lymph system is in your skin. And so if you move your skin, it will activate your lymph system. If you move your skin in a wide variety of directions, I like a circle. It's easy for me to do a circle. Then it will drain the inflammation out too. So it's just the skin. It's not raw, it's not anything crazy. It's just the skin. So if you move the skin on the area on your knee, above your knee, below your knee, it will open up that flow of lymph. It'll open up that flow of circulation coming in, because the whole key for your body to heal itself is to get new blood in, new lymph, new all that good healing stuff in, and then drain it back out. You want to get that flow going. Okay? So lymph drainage above, on, and below will help get that flow going. Okay, so what if lymph drainage is boring to you? What if you don't want to do that? Or let's say it's an area you can't reach very well. This is when you can use hot and cold therapy. So heat draws things, heat opens up the blood vessels and encourages the heat. Good morning, Saeed. And encourages the blood and lymph and stuff to go to that area, let's say your knee. The cold then causes the blood vessels and all of that to narrow again. It acts as a pumping action. So you can artificially get your body to move, alternating heat and cold. So if you do the heat for 10-15 minutes and then you do the cold for 10-15 minutes and give it a break, if you do this throughout the day, the hot and the cold will will pull in new blood and push out old blood. Will pull in new lymph and push out old lymph. So that's what you want. You want to get stuff coming in and you want to get it going out so that your body can fix itself. You don't just want the ambulance to show up. You want the ambulance to actually take you to the hospital so somebody can do something. And you want to have the movement coming in. You want to have everything, life brought back into your knee. So, okay, so let's say you have to go through your day. Movement is one of the best things that you can do to get inflammation down. And I'm not even saying crazy movement. I'm not saying, do all the stuff you've been doing in your head, go dancing or play basketball. What I'm saying is gentle walking, gentle movement in a wide variety of ways is what will get it, the flow going. Once again, because you're moving, so your body's saying, oh, you're moving, so you want me to do something. Have you ever been stuffy in the morning and then gotten up and walked around a little bit for the day and your sinuses cleared? That's what we're talking about. Now, if you really want it to be healthy, then you want to get it moving in a wide variety of ways. Most people, they walk or they dance or they move in a very specific way. It's the pattern that they've been moving for a very long time. You want to break up that pattern. So one of the ways that I do it is if I tend to be right leg dominant, and so I will change it up and I'll do my left leg as dominant for a while. Maybe I always go up the stairs starting with my right foot or right leg. I will change it up and go up with my left leg. The key is not doing the right thing. The key is doing a wide variety of things, doing things which tell your body, hey, we want to keep this. We want to keep this healthy and we want movement in it. So if you watch me around the track, I'll be right leg dominant, then I'll be left leg dominant, and then I'll wiggle my butt, and then I'll be listening to my music. I'll get my whole body involved, and I'll change it up because that's the key. And I don't get too obsessed with people looking at me or not looking at me. I'm pretty confident about that stuff. But if you are concerned about people laughing at you as you're walking down your hallway at work, then do the stuff at home. Do it in a place in the bathroom or someplace where you have a little privacy if you need to. I just happen to do it around the track. Change up how you're moving. And if you change up how you're moving, then it activates all the different parts. So you're not just healing, one specific area. You're healing the whole thing. And we all know you can't just heal the one thing that seems broken. You have to heal the whole system. So when you move in a wide variety of ways, walk, dance, play in a wide variety of ways, then you're healing the whole system. You're not just healing what you think is broken. Now, a couple other things that you can do. You can use something like a compression wrap, because when you compress the body, it tells it to relax. And so a compression wrap can actually open things up. It gets the inflammation down because it tells the body to open up the blood vessels. So that's one way. You can also use any sort of cream, or I like capsaicin, things which have capsaicin in it, because that will open up the blood vessels. That will get things moving and get the inflammation down and the pain down. So there's, you can use herbal things that will do that. Let's see, what else do I use? Oh, diet, of course. If you need to heal something, just remember it's not just, let's say, your knee that needs to be healed. It's your whole system. If you've got inflammation in your knee, then you probably have inflammation in your whole system. And if you dial down the inflammation in your system, your body isn't fighting everything else, and it can focus on the knee. So when you're trying to heal something specific in your body, what you want to do is do things, even if it's just temporarily, that boost your system up. So that's when you want to make sure that you get the fiber in your diet, so that your body isn't fighting the things that are getting out of your intestine into, your bloodstream. You want to make sure that you keep your blood sugar level so your body doesn't have to fight those sorts of things. You want to get your colors in, your phytonutrients in. Good morning, Darcel. You want to do those things that keep your body healthy. That's when you implement the water and the meditation and the connection with people and good friends and funny movies and flowers in your house. As we talked about before, when you do those things, those external things that start working on your whole system, then your body has the ability to heal the very specific things that you're having a problem with. Because usually if something's showing up, if you damaged your knee, or you're having a problem with your hip or with your foot or headaches or whatever, it's because it's the tipping point. That's just the part that finally said, I give up, I surrender, I can't do this anymore. But usually there's a whole load on your system that needs to be cleaned up. And allergies are a good example of that, and asthma as well, because many times it's because your system is overloaded. And when you take the load off of your system, then your body can heal itself. So all of those things are the best ways that I know of to get the inflammation out of an area, which means that the pain will go down. So I want you to think about that. And your homework today is, if you're having a problem with a part of your body, I want you to implement like 2, maybe 3 different things. Go for a walk with great music. Maybe lay on your couch and visualize yourself, dancing the Nutcracker. Maybe do some hands-on energy work, some hands-on healing. Maybe make sure you eat a salad. Make sure that, you do something that's high fiber. Things along those lines. Maybe even buy flowers. Do 2 to 3 things which will help get the inflammation down. Because if you got that flow of blood and lymph and nervous system signals going through an area, the body will heal itself. It's pretty miraculous. So, okay, so tomorrow we're going to talk about, because you'll have the inflammation down, right? We're going to talk about how to listen to your body, how to get really good and intuitive with it so that you can start making the right choices that can help anything in your body heal. But you have to hear what your body needs first. And so tomorrow we're going to talk about listening to your body. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm off for a busy day of working with wonderful people. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.